until you're in it, you really don't understand.
You know, this country is hurting. These people are hurting.
I've spent many nights sleepless, wondering how I'm going to feed my kids.
Common concerns in a country with a lingering recession. The U.S. Census says 46 million live in poverty. It's the highest in decades. And for a family of 4, poverty is defined as living with an income of $22,000 or less. Nearly 50 million have no health insurance, and basic needs are becoming unaffordable for many. People with advanced degrees, like Anthony Tobacco, a teacher in Broward County, Florida, who has gone through 2 county-wide layoffs and is now teaching part-time piano lessons just to scrape by.
I'm stressed out, constantly worried about what I'm going to do to make ends meet.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thousands are lining up for job fairs, just looking for a chance.
I was laid off back in December. I was working in healthcare.
It's the #1 priority in our country right now to put people back to work and get people jobs and make sure that people in areas of public service are listening.
In neighborhoods across the U.S., the face of poverty has changed. 15% of Americans live impoverished. That's the highest of any industrialized nation in the world. Many folks are just one paycheck away from being part of the poverty issue. The past 4 years has not been easy, and millions of Americans have taken it hard. Like single mother Monique Brown, the Alabama resident has recently lived in shelters with her children and is looking for a job.
I mean, pretty much anything that'll bring in some type of income.
In New York City's largest food pantry, they served nearly 100,000 meals in August alone. That's a nearly 50% increase from last year.
The money situation is really, really bad, and thanks to these people, you know, it helps.
Some people here taking their groceries away in suitcases just to ensure that they pack enough to feed their family. Outside Chicago, the Willow Creek Care Center is also seeing people line up in record numbers.
We have seen the face of poverty really change. It's no longer people who have been in a cyclical, cycle of poverty, but it's families who have been unemployed, who have kids.
I can't even tell you how these places are for people. I've never been unemployed. I've never gone through this, ever. And now that I've gone through it, I would never wish it on my worst enemy.
70 miles south of Chicago, garbage burns in lawns, and the smoky shells of charred homes line the gravel roads. This town of 3,000 people has a 50% unemployment rate, no police force, no schools, and no public service.
It's staggering, especially to know that this is like a third world country 1 hour away from Chicago.
Just a few faces of the poor in America. In a time when jobs are scarce, solutions seem out of sight, and the emotional toll on families is perhaps the most devastating of all. Robert Ray, Associated Press, Chicago.